Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 43 of Build HMS Victory. Just marked out where the keel section. Okay, so if you joined me in the last video, obviously I just finished off painting off all the stern galleries, so obviously that's drying, obviously just left on the shelf for a while, and I'm just now going to obviously try and work on the stern balusters. It's just a little decorative parts that obviously just fit between the windows obviously on the stern, and just obviously add so much more detail and interest to it. So obviously we get some little balusters with the kit, and these are tiny. Obviously I'll zoom in a second, obviously give you a better view, but obviously I can barely hold them in my hand. So obviously I've been thinking about this for quite some while before I was anywhere near to start working on it. So obviously I've had a few attempts, obviously a few different versions, and obviously never really happy with obviously how they turned out, because obviously it's just the glue surface area is really small, so it's not really a lot to work with. So anyway, obviously last couple of nights I've been working on one, and I finally got one I'm happy with now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I built it. Okay, so the first thing to do is obviously I'm just going to have a quick look at the little baluster rails that came with the kit. And obviously we've got a working surface of 6mm, 6.5mm, 6mm. Obviously 1mm thick, so obviously really tiny. I barely hold them in my fingers. So obviously I've been thinking about this quite a while. I've had a few different attempts at making these rails up, and obviously like I say in the plans you just kind of stick them to the hull, but obviously I wanted to do things a bit different. So obviously over the time I've made up a few different versions. Obviously this is the first version I made, but obviously as you can see, it's even with epoxy resin, it's not really being held. So obviously even though I made up a full rail, it pretty much fell apart. Okay, so to start making these ballast rails, first thing we need to do is obviously just take a piece of styrene that's 1.5 by 1.5 thick. I just made a little tape mark on my bench that's 12mm. What I'm going to do is just make some 12mm pencil marks on this styrene. And just do that all the way across. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is some of these little baluster rails that we got with the kit, I'm going to start to just glue them down to styrene. And this is where I've had problems in the past. I was just getting these to stick. So I'm just going to pick them up with my tweezers. I'm just going to lay them on the styrene about half and half from that pencil mark. Add one more. Okay, so what you want to do now is just fill up the full piece. Okay, so I've just glued up a full strip. I'll leave that to dry a good half an hour, let the little baluster rails weld into this plastic, and then we'll come back and start again. Okay, so the glue's been drying for half an hour, and now it's just a case of cutting this section of these balusters we made, just cutting them all off of this pencil mark. Okay, so they're glued to these styrene backers now, but obviously even though I've cut it at 2mm, obviously there's a little bit on one of the balusters where they actually taper in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little Dremel with a little engraver bit on. I'm just going to, on the lowest speed, I'm just going to engrave it back so it's flush with the baluster rail. Okay, so this first section of the build is obviously, it's like we're going to be obviously laying some railway track. I've made jigs for this section before, obviously when I made the other parts, but I find it obviously just all the styrene just sticks to the jig and everything else, and obviously I've tried to obviously do a bit too much in one go. I find the easiest just to super glue. That's your first, like T-track first. Okay. Just leave that for a minute and then come back. Okay, so I've left the first one for about 30 seconds now. I'm just going to do the same. A little bit of super glue onto both edges. And let's push them together. You can use a straight edge after you've got a couple down, and you can start to push them two together. Okay, so now we've got two in place. We can obviously glue the third one in. And obviously, after you get about 5 in, it just starts to get a little bit easier. So same again, just obviously rubbing a bit along this styrene and obviously along the face. And then we'll bring it over. And the same again, just put your fingers on the bottom edge, get your straight edge, and just push them nice and tight. Okay, so I'm just going to do that all the way along, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've just added about 12 in total. I need only, I think I need 19 for this top section of the quarter gallery. But obviously I thought, obviously, it's getting a little bit too flexible, so I thought before I go add any more, I'd actually have this bottom bar. Is all I'm going to do is the same again, just run a bead super glue all the way across the bottom. I've actually just added just a little straight edge. I'm just pinned it to my work table, just so obviously when I push this one forward, it'll all keep in place. Okay, so I'm just going to offer that up. Then I'm just going to, not too big, just take another straight edge. I'm just going to squeeze them together. Just 30 seconds while the glue dries. And then I'm just going to check down the line just to make sure that they're all running okay. Okay, so I'll leave that little section to dry. Then we've just got 2 more either side, 3 more either side, and that rail should be finished. So I've just added 2 more baluster rails for each section. That's made up the full rail. So all I need to do now is just trim off these excess parts and also cut it to bring down Victory, and obviously offer it up and cut it to length. Okay, so I've just cut this baluster rail size and just trimmed the edges off and just get a slight stand. So now it's time just to bring Victory down, obviously put it up against the quarter gallery and obviously cut it to length. I've got to say though, obviously so far this is, you mean I've been building Victory for over a year. This has been one of the trickiest parts to the build so far, just getting these little baluster rails to stick. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, so I've just laid the new rail onto the quarter gallery. All I'm going to do is just take a slight pencil, just following this angle way there. See the quarter gallery is angled down. I'm just going to mark this. This new rail, and obviously now make cut the right angle. Okay, so now the ballast rails has been cut to size. I should just slip in between the two window sections of the quarter gallery. Okay, so I'll just take it over to my paint station, paint that, and we'll come back. Okay, so let's leave the glue drying on the port side one I've just made, and then good old Blue Peter style. Here's one I made earlier. So I'm just going to put a little 1mm spacer above the decorative moulding. And obviously that's how it's designed, where there's like a little gap at the top and a little gap at the bottom. So okay, so this one's ready to be glued in. Okay, so I'm going to take my next baluster rail. This one's a little bit tight to this one, so I can't quite get the space in, so I'm just going to have to do this by eye. Okay, so that's the second one glued in place. Well, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Obviously I'm doing the baluster rail for the quarter gallery. And I'll be honest with you, I found it quite difficult. I found it quite stressful and challenging. Probably one of the most challenging parts of the build so far, where I've had to obviously come back to it, rework it, try again, try different things. And to be honest with you, I'm still not 100% happy. But in a way, I'm not going to work on the curve section of the stern gallery yet, because obviously in between obviously now and obviously then I might have thought of something else to try. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Really helps me channel grow. Obviously it's starting to grow slowly, so that's great. So everybody who takes any time to watch my video, absolutely fantastic. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.